Hello YouTube. Anyway, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Rach Photography, and today I'm coming back at you. Well, going back to the story that I've told you I'm gonna come back to on my last video, and basically sharing a little more about what had happened in Nyanga. I'm sure you can tell by the title that it's about to go down, so be sure to subscribe. Please share with your friends, tell your friends to tell your other friends, tell everybody. Banan. I'm back with the stories. Anyway, so here's what happened. She kissed me while her girlfriend was standing right behind her. It was like, girl does not like me much. Wow, I thought. Anyway, here's what happened. So I told you, but there's a deeper story when it comes to Nyanga that I don't want to get into in one video. So what happened is, so I've been staying in Nyanga. What is happening right now that I'm telling you, I've probably been staying in Nyanga for I don't know how long did I stay there, but I was staying there for a while, and we had already not built a bond, but we had already had a system. Who does what, who's who, how do we get along, who's vibing with who, who's friends with whom. So I was at my ex's place, right? I was living with my ex, Uzianda. That's what I'm gonna call her. So I was exes with Uzianda, and by that time we had already been broken up for maybe like a year or two or even longer. But we were friends. And then her aunt I'm gonna call her Aunt Natalie, and then I'm gonna have to inbox Natalie and tell her that I used her name for something else, and she's gonna hate me, but who cares. So Natalie was the aunt Kazianda, and she didn't like me much, and I was okay with it. Like, we were okay with each other, knowing that we don't like each other much, and it is what it is. Okay, backstory. Oh, Natalie was dating this girl who worked abroad, and her name, I'm gonna give her a name, Natasha. Natasha's also gonna hate me for this, but so Natalie was dating Natasha. Natasha works abroad, and Natasha would be out of the country for probably like 6 months and come back. I've been a bit out of the country so we were in a long distance relationship basically. So Natalie then found, I can't say she found someone local, but she had someone of interest or local who I will be calling Uliso. She had someone of interest or local, and this person was not really from Cape Town. This person had moved to Cape Town. Not moved, she was in Cape Town to find a job. She didn't really get the job that she came to on an interview for, but you remember last week I told you this by 6. So Uliso was one of them, Natalie was one of them, and Uzianda. And yeah, basically means there were 6 of us. I'm gonna keep naming them as I go. So while Natalie is finding interest in Uliso was interested in Zianda, and they were vibing. And as my friend, because Uliso became a close friend of mine, we got high together, we would even have inside jokes, like we enjoyed each other's company. So, and given that Natalie doesn't like me, Natalie would have issues with me when I'm with Uliso, to the extent that she thought I was doing something with Uliso, not knowing that it's her niece, Uzianda, who's doing. Mamela abashiyani kakhulu nge-age. Natalie last born kowabo, and his sister ka mama ka Zianda, and then Uzianda first born mama. So they're not that far apart in age. Like I said last week, we were mid-20s, mid-30s. So akom to shiana nomtu geminyaka emininzi. So basically, they would possibly date the same people, but they were never interested in the same people except for Uliso. And now it was not a thing that anyone planned. It was not a thing that was premeditated. Bana, whatever. But Uliso was interested in Uzianda. Uzianda was interested in Uliso. They were vibing, and we knew. It's just that Natalie didn't know. So now, baby, the girl Natasha came back into the country and surprised everyone. For most, it was a pleasant surprise. I mean, I wasn't familiar with her, but I knew her. I was familiar with her. She was someone I would have conversations about traveling and how it is, and what the ups and downs of it. So we had conversations whenever I would meet. So Natasha comes back without anyone knowing. Well, Natalie did feel it because she knows umuntu wakhe. So she did anticipate it, but being 100% sure. So ngale mina afika ngayo uNatasha, ufika si chilile wethu, and this day that she comes. So Natalie was trying for the last time. Kubonela last doll bana. Let me just give it the last try. So she was trying for the last time to just get into Liso's pants, I guess. And Liso was just not having it. And then Natasha comes, and everyone is shook. And that day I was high. That day I was so high that I was making stupid jokes because I knew things that she doesn't know. And she got there, so it was me being Yolanda, another Yolanda, and everyone. So we chilled, we vibed. Basically, Natasha, listen, guys. Yes, Natasha. Natasha, listen, guys. This is not a real comeback. This is not the party that we're gonna have because I'm coming back. But yes. So a few days later, she comes back, and then we have a party. Listen, sibaninzi enough to have a party without invitees. We literally, it was the 6 of us, abahlala phayana, plus Natasha and her friend. Remember I told you that Natalie doesn't like it when I'm chilling with Uliso? That night it was escalated. Like, she didn't like it even further, and I was confused because Natasha is just here. So you can't like be on my case for chilling with Uliso while your bae is here. Your bae just came all the way from wherever she was to come chill with you, and when are you out here having problems with me because I'm chilling with Liso, my friend? I remember there was a time where Frends and him, no Yolanda, no Amanda being busy. Amanda is the other person. Remember I said by 6, so kabanani ngaba busy. So ndim no Yolanda, no Amanda. Sibukele uskim sam, like, as much as we're at a party, it's abanye bayapheka, abanye babukela TV, like akondo serious. Yo guys, I'm recycling. Is it recycling, upcycling, reusing? This is a jar from Tenge Acha ShopRite. Then Pelago Acha washed it, now it's my glass. Side note. So Ulanduza. So TV. I'm not even doing anything. I wasn't even chilling with Uliso at that time. And then Natalie passes. She makes a nasty comment. When are you Uliso? Now, Yolanda Chomika Natasha. Tibe like, man, I don't understand you. Umdwako nangap. Diti kanhlelo Liso une problem. Kanhlelo no Lentuza. No Natasha une problem. Goku ndisihlelele ndizibukele nje uskim sam. You still have a problem. What the hell is wrong with you? Just leave me alone. And then I got bored of watching TV in the Pagama and then went to chill with Liso again. There was also another girl, which was the friend of mine, Luna Mufele for yen. Because so I went outside. Wabe Natalie eme nomthungi. Natasha eme yedwa. I think she was on her phone or something. Yolanda no Amanda bahleli phakathi, and then I stayed with Liso. Uzianda again, busy. She is a mom Well, then she was a mom of 2. So she was like busy, either making things for her kids or cooking or cleaning. Like she's always busy. So I went that man Liso. Mamela Smilio, Liso saying, Unatali, when she sees me with Uliso, she stops her conversation with Umtungi and comes to me. She's like, you better stop what you're doing. Nah. I look at her. I'm not despiteful. Sometimes it's unnecessary. But sometimes, like, what else can I do? I look at her and then I look at the distance. I see Natasha is standing alone. I just left her. I was like, okay, fine. You don't want me with Uliso. Peace. I went to Natasha and had a conversation with her. So we're standing there having a conversation about, what were we even talking about? We were talking about photography. She's a chef. But we were talking about photography because I was asking her what it is kula field yakhe, your travel work, if photographers sebenza njani zona. Because obviously as a chef or sebenza kula environment, you might have friends as a photographer, you might have friends as a waitress, you might have friends as kwenye department. Obviously niye nidibani. I mean, you stuck together. Ndabeni mbuza about photography. Since photographers, we travel jobs like yours, blah 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 blah. We're talking, and then I get Natalie and she and Uliso. Natalie goes back. I yohlala nomthungi when I leave Uliso, and then it didn't bother me. Continue having a conversation with Natasha. So now let me paint you a picture. Linda was garage. It's not a garage, but garage because more like a small car. So Dim, close to the wall, go Natasha. Emba go Natasha, go Umtungi, and then we Natali. So Natali is facing our direction, talking to Umtungi. Mna, I'm facing their direction, talking to Natasha. Everyone is just having their conversation, minding their own business. No stress. And then what does Natasha do? Babe, if you're watching this, actually I'm gonna send her a link. I'll send it, upload it. Jonga darling, Lando Ayanzayo was too much. Natasha, I'm not attracted to this person. She's beautiful. She is a lot. She's a catch. But I'm not attracted. So like she kisses me. And then nda shuketh. Mamela kesana. I can be a baby sometimes. She kisses me, I pull back, and then I ran. And then I ran. Uliso came being my friend. Uliso runs behind me and landed. And then we got singing Romini Sivale, and then I start crying. And I'm like, why the hell is she doing this? She knows how Natalie feels about me, but still she chooses me. Why did she do this? No. I don't even like her like that. Why is she kissing me? That was my reaction. I was crying. Weeping. Okay, not weeping but crying. So Uliso comforts me for a little bit, and then obviously the world stopped for a few seconds. So Uzianda comes in, and I appreciate both of their reactions, Uliso and Uzianda, because they understood me in the sense that I'm not okay. I don't understand what this girl's doing. I don't understand why she would even do this to me. And I wasn't even flirting with her. And why? So they come in and they're like, what the hell? What the hell? And then Uliso, I mean, Uzianda is a person who sometimes uthanda ufaka logic logical sometimes, because she then went on about, but why was I even talking to her, blah blah blah. And I'm like, what you mean why am I talking to her? Anyway, so I leave the room, And then I don't remember exactly how it happened that I got into another room, and that was Natalie's flat. Well, it's basically Zianda's flat, but ihlala Natal. So ended up going into, everyone was all up in my brain, everyone was in my case. I went into the room with Uliso again, and I locked. And I was like, no, Chomi, I need to calm down. I need to come to terms with the fact that Natasha just did this, and on top of that, now Natalie is upset at me, and I don't blame her. I would be livid as well. I'd be very upset as well. So eventually I opened the door. Everyone was banging at the door, but when I opened the door, I saw the rage in Natasha's eyes. I was like, why are you even this mad at me when I thought locking myself in? I mean, you're the one who kissed me. You're the one who started this drama. Now you're mad at me. I didn't understand why Natasha was so livid after she pulled such a stunt. I'm supposed to be the one who's angry. But anyway, they all came in. People are throwing their panties up and down. People are shouting. Shit which is unnecessary. So while it is necessary, I totally understand rage Natalie. I totally do. To a certain extent, because she pulled my hair, but okay. So then when all this back and forth of arguing is happening, I am bad with secrets. I am not the person you should tell your secret to. If you're cheating on your man, if you're cheating on your woman, and I don't have to keep nobody's secrets anymore, because now yonke lendipumela kum. So after Yonkela shouting, I then tell everything. So I go on and tell Bana, listen, I don't know why you kissed me. That was me saying to Natasha, I don't know why you kissed me, and right now I don't care. But why have you been doing this the whole night? And the reason why I've been doing Natasha was because you've been up in my case the whole night. And then you're busy trying to get into Liso's panties while your girlfriend is here. What the hell is wrong with you? And then while we're at it, Uliso is with Uzianda. They're together, if you must know. So I tell and tell and tell and tell. Yonke ithethe laundry. Yonke ndichaze. And then afterwards, there is silence for a little bit. And then afterwards, Natalie jumped at me again. While Natalie is jumping at me, Natasha is trying to be the middleman now, trying to stop the fights, trying to stop me being beat. So trying to stop fight for me. At the same time, she is upset. It was emotional roller coaster. I managed to get out the door and I got out the gate, and then I think outside of the gate, Ibindim, Yolanda, no, Natasha, and someone else. I don't remember who. And then we are so upset. Usually my ex would tell you this, like I like walking when I'm upset, to a point where sometimes I walk in unsafe times, in unsafe spaces. I once got stabbed taking a walk at 2 a.m. because I was upset. So I wanted to take a walk, obviously, and it is a nyanga at KTC. So I wanted to take a walk, and then Natasha wanted to leave. I'm like, okay, cool. I want to ask you questions. So let's take a walk. We'll come back. I take a walk with Natasha. While we're walking, she tells me, Bana, she knew. Bana kwenza kantoni. And the reason she kissed me was to hit a nerve for Natalie, because she knows Natalie doesn't like me, so that the truth can come out. And yes, it did. And I was mostly asking her why she was so mad, because she was livid, she was upset. And also, it's pissing you off, baby girl. Like, what's making you mad after Wednesday's stand was Polish? Then we argue, and then we start fighting. Now, fighting in the sense that I'm better because we're not, and then because I'm now I held her like this, like while she's busy like being aggro, I'm soon, so that apparently the I don't. Oh, the mamba, and then it was a back and forth. She gets to this house. I don't know what's she gets to this house. I figure I'm gonna go to Jebo. Then I thought we were just walking. I did she again like she's like, this is I basically know kwamakazi wami apha. Ndithi hey bengazange uzolala mna. Bengazange uzonqonqoza imizini. Ndiyahamba buyela pha eMadhouse. And she's like, ayahamba ke. Oh, actually, that's when she came back. One better binding, beg grounding. Yes, because I was like, no, I'm going. I'm going back to the Madhouse. I'd rather deal with that than have to deal with it tomorrow. Deal with it now. Mind you, we've been walking. It took time for us. And for people who are so I feel like after this started pool. So alentuze anqonqoze wethu andilandele apha kube ngoku ke ngoku seyendibethe ndifake endiwisegroundini esezilento yenzayo. And then we eventually get up, and then she made sense as to why it's better for me to be here. So and bengekho safe anyway enyanga for one opinion and walk. So we walk into this house, and then umakazi wakhe asivulele singene siye roomini upstairs. We get to the room, we talk a little bit, and then we sleep. Silale wethu. Caba ngokusilele about 45 minutes sesilele kuzonqonqoza uNatali and umtshana wakhe, which I didn't mention his name, and they live it banomsindo bafuna siphume and then umakazi was like, no, they're sleeping, let them sleep. Basivuke ekseni ke sesivuswa ngumama ka Natasha. She drove all the way from Kailicha to come deal with this shit yomdanakhe. Yeah, we're true. It got dramatic afterwards. They asked me if I want to go to Kailicha, and I said no, because my house is in Kailicha, and they were willing to take me with them. I said no, I'd rather stay here. And then they also, it became a thing, like it became a big thing. I guess Natalie lost a lot from that day, because she lost, and there's no matter love of her life, because love of your life, but she lost a relationship, and there was a lot she had attached to that relationship that she lost. But at the same time, I feel like she could have controlled herself while Umdrake Ekona. And Natasha, before Silale, she explained to me further how she felt. And then afterwards, we became cool. I think Natalie, we were cool with each other, not entirely to be friends, but I feel like if I'd see her and we were cool. And then exactly like a year, we went to Museum for lunch, and then we talked about it further, and we got to understand each other better. And then we were no longer talking about that. We became, I don't know if I can say we became friends, because we don't really talk even now. But if I could call her and want to meet up and she's in town, it would be possible. We're cool. Like, we're cool with each other. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let's keep on keeping on. Yonke lonto. But